Afternoon, everyone. Friday afternoon, I'd say about 1 o'clock. I'm just down here messing around a little bit. I had mail truck showed up here about an hour ago and dropped off a little something for the edger. So last time I talked about the edger, I wasn't sure how I was going to run it yet. Well, I dumped oil on everything the other day and was just kind of down here looking. And, I knew the tractor I could run it. But was going to have to buy a few things. Well, then I got looking on the internet and I was like, well, you know what? I could just take this pulley off or even just slide it on further and just put a drive shaft coupler right off from that side and run it. So that being said, I got online yesterday and looked. I didn't really look real hard for a 1.5 inch, but everybody kept offering 1 3/8. Well, I figured we could just drill that out to 1.5. And I do already check before I brought this down here. I had ordered some steel on eBay to make some collars, but it was only about this thick, and I wanted it like this thick, which I ended up getting just solid big things, which Jason's dad's been working on that collar. That's a lot of the reason why we're not rushing to set up that other sawmill right this second is I'm waiting on the collar. Jason's dad's an older gentleman and he does that just, when he's got a minute. So I'm not pressuring him, but he has been working on it. But anyways, we're going to drill this out to 1.5. And then if I don't like the thickness after that, we might add a ring on here and weld it both sides to beef that up. Maybe punch a few holes through the new added piece, the weld down in there. Just, you know what I mean? To just try to strengthen it so it'll come busting loose. But anyway, so then that should run off the tractor, no problem. The little sawmill did real good. I never did a whole lot of oak on that. It was mainly just pine. So this is not where it's going to be right at its moment. I needed my truck, had other things going on, and at the last moment, I seen this jump online, and I ran and went and got it. It was one of those, I knew it wasn't going to last long. You don't usually see them this cheap. Usually an edger is usually $2,000 and up. I haven't seen any under $2,000. The one that I got wasn't even listed. I found that I was gonna buy an American sawmill from these guys. It was I don't know. It was one that was set up with all the belts like how Frick has it. It was a little bit newer model, I think, but it was all wood and had a lot of line shaft with it. I mean, it had like 40 foot of line shaft to run off some big pulleys that were sat quite a ways away from the sawmill. Had a few other things running off it, and they had edgers and planers. And I seen in the background in one of the pictures after I told them that I was going to pass on the sawmill because in the time I was waiting to get it from him and I wasn't hearing back from him, I bought this one. But anyway, so then they listed that one up. And it didn't sell for a long time, and I was going to buy it, but wasn't in no hurry because it wasn't going nowhere. But anyways, I messaged him on this. I'm going to get the blade and everything down here, and I picked this up for $400. So, he said, I don't know if he bent the blade when he was loading it or not because he slid the forks through. I think he might have, but I thought that was a super, super deal. Like as soon as he said that, I was like, I'll be there tomorrow. I didn't say no more. But yeah. But anyways, so my buddy Dwayne gave me a Turner sawmill. It's about 90% complete. I think he told me it was missing one axle on the carriage and the track pieces. Which I have quite a bit of track here, and I think I've showed you guys before that you can make your own track. It's really not that hard. Flat steel and some rod, some sucker rod or whatever you want to call it. But And that track lines up nice with the old school stuff that's on the rest of the mill. So, but anyways, I have that covered. Well, I told him yesterday. He hasn't replied back. I know he's thinking about it, but I told him he wants to come bring me that other sawmill and anything else he thinks I might need. Seems he's coming this way. He'd do it and I'll give him that edger. So, we'll see. Like I said, I haven't heard back from him, but I'm sure he'll see this and get him thinking a little bit more. Alright everyone, I'm just burning out a stump. Gonna play with this for a minute, try to get this pulley off here, and then I'm gonna get the saw sharpened up. Get you guys a sawmill video. I think I owe you one. We're gonna do that maple from that job, and just cause it's there sitting in the way. Oh, one other thing I was gonna tell you to do, another idea I had rolling. So some of the parts I want for building my conveyor table are a little expensive, so I've been holding off on buying them, you know, because Christmas is coming up and lumber has not been selling that great lately. So, you know, that slows me down on my buying. I ran and bought that edger and really didn't have the extra money to blow, but anyways, it was a good deal. But yeah, so for now, since 40 chain and sprockets are fairly cheap, I'm going to set up with pillow block bearings on some 2 C-channel beams and run these 5 rollers I got. They're just miscellaneous rollers from different edgers. And I'm going to hook those all in one chain in unison, and then I have that pulley set up that goes to a chain drive on that firewood conveyor, and that's pretty much a loss, you know, ever using that as a firewood conveyor without a lot of work. I mainly just got it because it was 75 bucks when I was buying that other sawmill, and I had ideas for the pulley setup, you know, which I'm using it for right now. But yeah, so I'm going to bring that pulley setup over here, and I don't know if I'll run it off one of my little electric motors or a little gas motor, but it'll get 5 of those spinning that way to send the lumber down for me for now until I get my roller set up, because I want my roller set up to go up here. And I already thought about, you know, if my roller gets to be a little too tall, I can always raise this blade, or you know, this whole shaft up, so my arbor. But anyways, all right everyone, thanks for watching. I'll get this saw sharpened up and do a little pickup around here, and hopefully get you guys a video out yet this evening. All right, thanks for watching. Till next time.